In a recent Akashic Record Insights program, a participant asked this question: are the energies of the recent alignments of Neptune and Pluto playing into the natural political and sociological events occurring currently? Here's the response I received from the Akashic Records.
It is playing into a lot of what's going on, but it's that those alignments are actually occurring across a shifted energy dimensions. So one of the things that you wouldn't be able to pick up, like say in astrology, is the shift in energetic dimensions that we're connected to. And they talked about this earlier, like, I don't know, a month or two ago. And they gave me the image of like a stack of pancakes. And if you if you took those pancakes and like pulled them apart, like they were a deck of cards and then shuffled them, that's the kind of shift that we're going through. So Neptune and Pluto are definitely in alignment. Like within our one pancake, like our one energetic dimension, right? There's alignment, but they also align across dimensions, and their alignments have shifted in this shifting of dimensions. And that shifting hasn't quite stopped. That shifting hasn't stopped yet. And it's probably going to go on for at least another couple of months. But there's still fallout from that that's probably going to be 3 or 4 years before that really settles down. But it's why there is so much, part of why so much is going on, especially, let's say, politically, is because things that are used to being connected in certain ways can no longer connect. And so it's just, it's just leaving everyone sort of like both like a sense of being untethered and a sense of not finding connection where they would think connection should be, right? So like and like at fundamental levels too, right? Like, so people who've been very, 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 let's say, dependent on, let's say, what we would call traditional religions are feeling a huge amount of disconnect, just like there's plenty of, like, I don't know how to say it, woo-woo folks that are also feeling their share of disconnect. And so a whole lot of things that don't make sense to a whole lot of people are happening because of all of that. Politically, it's probably going to settle within the next 2 to 3 months, if not within the next 6 to 8 weeks. It's yeah,
it's fast moving.
What was that?
I feel it's fast moving. And I also feel like I don't even need to be concerned or anything about it. I'm almost flippant about it. Like, but like for me, I was always, because before you and I, and it's always a question for the insights, but I look at it like how, they say that the Earth's vibration has changed, and how the Earth's core and the North Pole and everything are shifting more towards Europe, and our tilt is different. And, I wonder if that is why the planes are not working. And, but I just find when I'm in there, when I'm asking the records or my guides and stuff, it's all about human error. But I don't even want, they just say, and they're not but I feel it's even more important at this moment to say, I don't know why, why I absolutely know why at this moment, but we're talking about connections. And in the beginning, Jude's question and then Cassie's question, which you said you're going to come back to about do they show signs and all this other stuff and this manifestation. So
Yeah.
this crystal, if everybody can see it, and I'm hoping my computer doesn't die on me since I have my computer on, is a alien shaped skull of a labradorite crystal.
Oh, got it. Okay, yeah. It's an
Which
Arcturian.
fell off a shelf onto my desk
Oh, uh-huh.
right when class was starting.
Oh, how funny.
Nothing bumped my desk.
Uh-huh.
Nothing
It
else
just,
went down with it except actually a crystal spear, a crystal quartz, and an aventurine. But I don't know. I just thought, okay, well that I find it very humorous because I don't know, I love the sense of humor and the satire in some ways
yeah.
of
Uh-huh.
but okay.
So, um, um, they're giving me a picture of an old telephone, what were those called? The boards that had the um you pulled a wire out and then
Switchboard.
connected it.
The switchboard.
Switchboard. Thank you. There we go. So they're showing me a picture of an old switchboard. And what they're saying is if you think about this whole thing about energy dimensions being shuffled together in a different order, it's sort of like having a switchboard and someone's come along and pulled out all of the cords out of that, so the cords are now not attached to anything. And then you come along and you put in a digital switchboard and expect all of those cords to just magically go to the places that they need to go. And the problem is that the cords don't have the awareness of digital connection. They can, but they have to learn it. So we feel the disconnection. We're trying to reconnect the way we think we ought to reconnect. And the reality is that, well, one, we're not quite ready for the connections to go in, right? So to get to your point of there's not much that you need to do, but that when we do, we'll have like the intuitive awareness, this is how I connect. Instead of it being, so it's like part of what's happening is that we're being shifted from like almost like the way to say it would probably be something like from a physical only perspective to an intuitive digital perspective, or even like a non-local perspective, right? So that the way we're used to having things work, including like, say, even like astrology, for example, is all going through a huge shift. And part of what's happening, like say with the core of the earth and the axis and all of that, it's not so much that it's physically changing, it's that our perception of it is changing. We're seeing it like almost like seeing it through new lenses or something. But when you shift into that deeper, like intuitive, almost let's say mystic approach to things, you become aware of balance and alignment from a different perspective than if your perspective is more in that, like say, physical switchboard modality. And so is there anything you can do to make it go quicker? No. Is there anything you can do to figure it out right now and like say reconnect? Well, yes and no, but it's mainly that you're just patient and witnessing the motion as opposed to thinking it's time to force yourself to do something. So we're definitely moving away from the whole I do stuff to the whole more it's like I witness, I experience stuff.
Thank you for listening. This has been an episode of Akashic Records Insights. To join the next session, go to akashicrecordinsights.com.